If you are typing up a quote tonight, or maybe posting a before and after photo on social media, and you write the words moss killer, stop right there. You might think it is just standard trade terminology, but legally in the United Kingdom, that phrase is a massive trap. Here is the reality. Under UK HSE regulations, products containing DDAC, like our Softwash Pro 50, which carries HSE number 10245, are legally registered as biocides. They are approved for broad spectrum control of algae, lichen and fungi, not as herbicides for moss eradication. The moment you market a biocide as a moss killer on paper or online, you are stepping way outside legal product registration guidelines. Now, that does not mean DDAC does not affect moss. It certainly does. But the chemistry and the process are completely different from what a lot of splash and dash operators tell their customers. With a 50% DDAC concentrate like Softwash Pro 50, you are handling a high-strength product designed for precision and safe transport. For routine maintenance treatments, you mix it at a 1:50 ratio, which gives you a 1% working solution. For heavier first-time cleans, you step that up to 1:25, giving a 2% solution. At that strength, 1 litre of diluted mix covers about 4 to 5 square metres of porous tile or render. And remember, this is not sodium hypochlorite. There is no instant bleaching action here. I have lost count of how many customer disputes I have had to help contractors resolve because they sprayed a thick blanket of moss with DDAC, promised instant removal, and then got called back 2 days later by an angry homeowner asking why the moss was still sitting on the roof. The proper professional method is always to physically scrape or brush the heavy moss off the surface first. Then you apply your DDAC biocide. Quaternary ammonium compounds work by bonding directly to porous tiles and render surfaces. They attach to the substrate, and every time it rains over the coming weeks and months, Mother Nature activates that residual layer, gradually breaking down biological cell membranes and preventing green regrowth from coming back. It is a progressive clean, not an overnight magic trick. Let's talk about equipment, because I see contractors make a very expensive mistake almost every single week. They buy a dedicated biocide injector, like the Dosatron D07RE5AFV, and then decide to run sodium hypochlorite, or bleach, through it to save time. That unit is explicitly designed for biocides. The internal seals and components simply cannot handle strong oxidizing agents like sodium hypochlorite. The moment bleach touches those internal seals, they swell, degrade and fail, and you have just wrecked a £1,000 piece of kit and voided your warranty in one go. When you do use a Dosatron for a 50% DDAC concentrate, you have to get the pre-dilution right. You do not pour pure 50% concentrate directly into the suction line on a high injection setting. You perform a precise 1 to 4 pre-dilution with water in your stock tank first, and then run that through the 4 to 1 injector setting to hit your exact final working solution safely and reliably. That level of chemical control is what separates a true professional from a quick splash and dash worker. When you know your exact dilution rates and application volumes, you do not waste chemical, you do not risk illegal runoff into surface water drains, and you can write proper site-specific risk assessments and method statements, or RAMs, that actually hold up under scrutiny. This is why we push education so hard at Softwash UK. Moving past basic guesswork and completing CPD-certified Softwash training gives you full confidence in COSH compliance, surface identification, chemistry and equipment setups, qualifying you as an approved Softwash applicator. So, practical steps for this week. Check your product labels and HSE registration numbers. Set up your biocide delivery through controlled water-fed pole systems, and ensure your quotes reflect actual biocide application rather than non-compliant claims. If you want to dive deeper into dosing systems or book onto our certified training, head over to softwashing.uk. Keep your standards high, stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the next one.